championship, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wants to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. Let's take a step back for a moment and think about Northwestern. They reached the national championship game last year, couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
And that motivated them all offseason. To be runner-ups, to watch somebody else celebrate and hold the trophy, and you were so close, Jesse. New additions, new faces, but this squad is hungry.
That's the key. This coaching staff really took a deep dive into their roster, and they isolated the positions that they felt they needed to get better at, and they addressed that in high school recruiting and the portal. I'm expecting big things from them this year.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Well, they hit that deep crossing pattern, and nice job by the quarterback there, keeping his eyes down the middle of the field. He's not telegraphing where he's going to throw it. He knows he's got to give his guy a chance to work through the traffic, get all the way across the field, but you can't let the defense know where you're going with it. So really good timing between those two on that play.
Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Finds him out of the backfield. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Trying to keep the drive alive. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. Fourth down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Pierce. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense.
The fake, and he wants to throw. And they'll knock him down.
That keeps the score. Northwestern 7, Navy 6.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Northwestern offense returns to the field. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. All right, guys, let's talk about Northwestern. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And the Wildcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Quarterback will keep it. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Good enough for first down.
Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back. Nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Fakes to grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
And the Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the 1st down. Makes the grab past the marker. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
This offense has become a 1st down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gassed.
Zings it complete to the right. They get him out of bounds, but a chunk play to wrap up the 1st quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the 2nd. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Period, 1st down here. From the red zone, looking for a man. Fires to the wideout. Looking to get it in. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Wants to throw again. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. Past the 30. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick 6.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
Great place to start for this offense. Gets the back moving. Leaves it with the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
Listen, that play didn't work great, but you keep the defense honest, right? Make sure they know, listen, you better stay home. You better stop getting aggressive and trying to run this direction, or else we're going to continue to run the misdirection the other way.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense in press coverage. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Caught. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break it through tackles, it could be even bigger.
The midshipmen come to the line facing 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator because on 3rd down, you throw a bunch of wide receivers out there. Everybody on defense thinks you're going to be throwing the football. Instead, you hand it off to your running back, and he shows great vision. He knows where the sticks are, picks up the 1st down. And this offense, they've got some momentum going now.
Going for 6. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Power football with the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. Trying to turn the corner on the left. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Navy! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they need.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Motion from the wideout. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Sends it back in motion, finds a little space. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Navy now facing third and short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The midshipmen come to the line facing third and short. Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Sanders. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct.
Touchdown, midshipmen! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He'll set up to throw. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Third down play from the gun. Got his man quickly. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Dumps it off to the flats. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. They'll immediately call timeout. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. The RPO, it's complete. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock.
The offense really needed some points to dig themselves out of this hole right before the half. What did they do? They turned it over. The worst thing they could do, now they dug themselves an even bigger hole.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll send the back in motion. Now on the option. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
On the option. Oh, he's got a chance. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, Navy.
Here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Northwestern about to boot it away to open the second half. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got the back over the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Longo. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Navy needs to come up with a big play on third and long. Wants to go up top. Looking for his man. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Navy will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. They punt it away on fourth down. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
First down for the offense.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Looking to the big tight end. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. It's complete to the left. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's out of the 37. The Wildcats headed quickly to the line. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Northwestern ready to dial one up on first down. Looking to throw again. Fires to the big fella. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
The Wildcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Into the end zone, and he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback and you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Baker. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays.
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Longo. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Longo. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Navy now facing third and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. At the 35, he's got room. Touchdown, Navy! And the punishment has been extended.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a top-5 battle with enormous ramifications all across football. Here's the latest. Vanderbilt is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 25 to East Carolina. Circle back if anything big happens in a 1 versus 2 matchup you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
This offense has it with really good field position. Motion from the back. Gonna run it. It's Longo. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day.
Touchdown, midshipman! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
Northwestern, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Working that left side now.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. He'll pull it down and run. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. Northwestern right back to the line.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. You already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Off the play fake. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. On the run, deep down the right side. Makes the grab deep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. He's going to run it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Unloads it left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Under fire. Snagged out of the air. They get him on the ground, but they'll move the chains. First down, Northwestern.
And that's a first down.
Looking to throw on first down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Under fire. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's not afraid to go deep. Finds space on the right. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous part. A late touchdown.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Sends it back in motion. From the gun. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. DB's right up on the receivers. Here comes the option. Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's a heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Punt is on its way. He makes the catch at the 10. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got the back in the middle. There he goes. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Kamara. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete to the right. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. The Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. On 1st and goal, let's see if Northwestern can score. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Fires into the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on.
Touchdown, Northwestern! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. He wants to throw it. And tackled there by the defense.
And I think a lot of people are going to go, why do you run the route short? You know, like you got to run that route into the end zone so when he catches it, he gets credit for the 2-point play. But they're stopped short, no points.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking downfield on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.